everyone, and welcome to Brain Bank. My name is Melanie, and I'll be your teacher for today. Now, today we're going to read a really fun book together called Where in the World? Where in the World? And this book is by Mae Nelson. Mae Nelson is the author of this book. Now, if we look at the picture, we see a little girl, and there is an arrow pointing to maybe the place where she lives. I'm not sure. We're going to have to read to find out. And this is, does anyone know where this story takes place? I don't know either, so we are going to have to read and find out where this story takes place. Are you ready? Okay, me too. So, as we said before, the title of this book is Where in the World? Where in the World? And what do we call this? Does anyone know? This isn't the real world. This is a model of the world. It's much smaller, and it's on this stand, and we can turn it. What do we call that? Does anyone know? That's right. It's a globe. G-L-O-B-E. It's a globe. We call the model of the earth a globe. Very good. So here's that little girl again. This looks like her family. And once again, we see the arrow pointing to, what's this? That looks like their house, right? Let's see. Yes. We were correct. My family lives in a house. Let's read that together, shall we? My family lives in a house. Yes, and it's a very beautiful house, I must add. Do we know where she lives? Do we know what city, what state, which country? Do we know? We don't know, but we can guess that this is someplace warm. I see some palm trees, some tropical looking trees, and I see many flowers, so wherever she lives, it must be a warm place. Let's read and find out more. Okay, so here is her house, and we have an arrow pointing. That must be her house right there. But what is this? This neighborhood, right? The house is on a street. Can you read that with me? The house is on a street. Yes, so if you look closely, this is her house, and it is on a street. And this is another street. And this is another street. But her house is on this street. Okay, so we're getting closer. We know that her house is on a street, but we still don't know where exactly she lives. Okay, we're learning some more information. So that was her house on the street, and they're saying that that street is right over there. Okay, so the street is in a city. The street is in a city. Do we know which city? No, we don't know which city this is yet, but we do know that her house is on a street, and the street is in this city. Now, whatever city this is, we do know that it must be a port city. It is surrounded by, looks like quite a lot of water, right? So we know that this is somewhere by the water where she lives, okay? Okay, now we're getting some more clues. So this is her city, and they're showing that her city is right there. And what is this called? The city is in a state. A state. So now we're getting even bigger than a city. This is a state. There are many cities in that state. And does anyone know what state that is? What state is this shape? Do you know that city? Or I'm sorry, do you know that state? I can recognize it. This state is called Florida. This state is called Florida. Can you say it with me? Florida. Florida. Very good. So now that we know that her city is in Florida, or a state, what comes next? What's bigger than a state? Ah, yes, that's right. The state is in a country. The state is in a country. So here we have the state of Florida, and in this country, that state is right here. Looks like the shape like that. Now, which country is this? Can anyone recognize which country? Yes, this is the USA, the United States of America, the USA. So the country is the USA. The girl and her family, well, they live in the USA. Now, what's bigger than that? What's bigger than a country? Ah, I see. The country is in the world. The country is in the whole world. What do we call this continent? Does anyone know what continent this is? Yes, that is called North America. We can just do an N for North. North America. So, we can remember the USA, or the United States of America, is in North America. Very good. And is there anything bigger than the world? Let's see. Ah, yes. The world is in space. So in outer space, in the whole galaxy, you can see the planet Earth, our world, our Earth. So, I hope you enjoyed today's story. Did you learn something new about cities and states and countries? I hope so. Well, I had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.